I have been struggling with my own weight loss for the last 2 years, and it's been the same 20 pounds that I started with 2 years ago. So I gained some weight that I didn't want, and I decided I wanted to lose this weight, and I didn't really go after it a very structured way. I just kind of thought, I'll just work out a bunch and maybe I'll look at what I eat and stuff and I'll be fine. Well, I kept making some mistakes along the way, consuming more junk food than whole food, not tracking my calories, not tracking my progress, not subscribing to our YouTube. So the first mistake that I was making, consuming more junk food than whole food or real food. What I would eat on a daily basis was untracked and really unlooked at. I was looking for more snack things to keep me fueled and keep me going, but I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the caloric input of these snacks. And I definitely didn't look at no macros. I was just like, I'm eating it. Well, it turned out, after I started tracking my calories and actually paying attention to what I was eating, that I wasn't eating very good food choices. I was eating more things that would be considered junk food or snack foods, as opposed to eating whole foods and real foods and foods that make up meals. The way you avoid this mistake is by being conscious of what you're eating and even tracking your calories if you're okay with doing that. Number 2 was not tracking my calories. It was actually about not tracking my calories accurately. When I first started, I thought, oh yeah, no, I have years of experience tracking calories. I've helped other clients track calories. I don't need to track calories. Psych! I was lying to myself the whole time. I thought I was much better at doing this than I actually was. So I busted out the old good handy dandy app called My Net Diary. And what this app allows you to do is scan barcodes of food. So anytime I'm doing something like I'm gonna make this pack of steamed vegetables, I can scan it and let that app know that I ate that entire bag. I can easily find things like chicken thighs, chicken breasts with the skin on, bone on, and then I weigh it with my food scale. And then my app lets me know, hey, here's an accurate amount of calories that you're consuming each day. You can also track your calories out. You can do this with things like an Apple Watch, a Fitbit. There's this thing called an Oura Ring. Brandon Carter wears it. Now, the third mistake I made was not tracking my progress. When you don't track your progress, you pretty much have zero idea what's going on with your body. You have no indication that you're progressing forward. You have no indication if you're regressing or if you're just staying in a flatline zone. So when you track your progress, you get to fully understand what's happening. Are you moving forward? Are you taking steps back? Or are you staying put? Things I like to track: photos. I take like a weekly photo where I get into my underwear. I do the front, side, and then back as well. Another thing I like to track is my weight. Every week after I take those photos, I then step onto the scale in that same outfit. I do this about the same time every week. Friday morning, every morning, I have a notification on my phone that says, hey, time for progress photos. And when I take those progress photos, I then jump onto the scale. And the last thing I wasn't tracking was my frickin' workout progress. I had no idea if I was doing more weight this week, less weight that week, or if I was doing more reps, less reps. Who knew? Not me, because I wasn't tracking it. So I got that handy dandy app that I used to use when I was a personal trainer. I started tracking my workouts, and then I saw progress. I was like, wow, I'm getting stronger. I'm actually losing weight now. The scale is going down. And I continue to do these things to this day to make sure that I'm always making progress. And when I am making progress, I'm tracking it. Mistake number 4, saying the phrase, just one won't hurt. You're at a party, you're like, I'm avoiding sweets. I've eaten a majority of my calories already at home. I have a little bit of a caloric window left so that I can eat the foods that are good here, and I'm not eating those sweet. And then somebody comes up and they're like, oh, Marco, you haven't tried the old sugar-filled fat blaster square. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that square, Jeff. He's like, oh, you gotta try it, Marco. Just one won't hurt. Don't listen to that person. And if you have to tell them, just let them know, hey, Jeff, I'm avoiding sweets right now, so I'm not gonna eat that. And then hopefully they get the heck out of there or wobble out of there because they're probably mad chunky. And coming in at mistake number 5 is going to be not subscribing to our YouTube channel. Yeah, come on, hit that subscribe button. All right, I'm kidding. Mistake number 5 is being ignorant or being stupid or just not caring. What I'm talking about is you need to take time to educate yourself. Because when you understand the topic of weight loss or fat loss, you can perform the tasks necessary in the most efficient and simple way that's possible. When you truly understand what you're doing and what your body's going through, it makes it so that you can stay consistent because now you're educated. Since Fabio and I became aware of these 5 mistakes that we were making, we've corrected our behavior and now we're actually seeing progress. We've been losing an average of 1 pound a week since we started doing this. Fabio's lost about 8 to 10 pounds. I've lost about 10 to 13 pounds. Why do I give a range? Because we're humans and sometimes our weight does just simply fluctuate. When you can correct these 5 mistakes, it makes your journey towards your goals so much more smooth. Trust me, we are living proof, which is why you should subscribe to our YouTube channel, baby!